Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you are not new, thank you for coming back for another video. So today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, Sunday fun day. We are doing a makeup playtime on the channel featuring two Viseart palettes. You guys know the main focus of makeup playtime is the eyes, okay? Getting into these colorful eyeshadows and seeing what types of bright, fun looks we can pull out with them. So here we are, Viseart Coy and Viseart Dark Mattes. So here is the look. If you guys are curious to see how I achieved this look and also see how I achieved the face look too, I kept that in today. If you want to see how I achieved this overall look, definitely stay tuned. Also, if you want to see more content from me, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you want to see more fun makeup playtimes, hit that subscribe button. If you like makeup reviews, definitely hit that subscribe button, okay? And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know if you like the content and you want to see more like it. Let's hop in with primer. Gonna be using my February makeup haul for this. I wanted to keep with the schedule of Sunday Funday, so the products I'm using are from my February haul, but please be sure to check out that video because there will be some products I use in this video that aren't in the February makeup haul. So, alright, that was the e.l.f. primer. Now I'm going in with my Maybelline Master Blur in my pore areas. Pores, to blur out the pores. I do like this Master Blur Stick. I like it a lot. Foundation, going in with Il Makiage. Woke Up Like This in 2:30. And I'm still on my 14-day trial. So I've had this for a week so far. And I am liking it. So I'm going to dot this onto the skin. And you guys are going to see what a great match this is for my skin. It's really good. So this is a natural hairbrush. Brand new. And I'm going in with this. You guys see how it just blends right into the skin? It's really good. It blends just right in. It's just like, seriously, every time I use this, it's just really like, wow. And so, and this is not a foundation you can buy in person. So I filled out their like questionnaire about like what type of skin I have, and actually I don't really think any of that matters because they only have one foundation. So I think it's just making you go through the gigs to make you think that they're really deciding which foundation of theirs you should use, when in actuality I think they only have one. So, but I did the whole quiz thing. I put in what my favorite foundation is, whatever shade I am in that foundation, and then answered a couple of other questions like, do I typically go for a foundation that's a little darker or a little lighter than my actual skin tone, that type of a thing. And they suggested the shade 230, so I just went on ahead with it rather than like second guessing what they suggested. And this foundation shade is a great match. Concealer, little hydrating concealer under the eye. You see how much of a difference that makes between this side and that. And I know this isn't blended all the way like 100%, but the coverage is fantastic. Like now I look more like awake on this side and brightened under the eye versus this side, you know. So that is what concealer can do for you. Making sure this is blended better than with my finger. Alright, and I'm going in with my Age Rewind concealer in the shade Tan. I've been really feeling this concealer a lot, just to get a little bit more brightness. So this is the second time that I've used this foundation. When I blended it out, like it splattered everywhere. So that's something to be watchful of. And apparently I haven't learned my lesson. For a cream highlight, I'm going in with my Dynamic by Danessa Myricks. This is a Lime Life by Alcone highlighter palette. And so we've got all these beautiful shades of highlight. I'm going to take the butt of the sponge into one of these shades. I'm going to take it into this like more reddish toned, like coppery toned shade. And then I'm just going to press that onto the cheekbone area. Ready? Alright, doing that on the other side. Pat, pat. That's pretty. It's pretty. I think it would look even better on somebody that's a little richer than me. Because it looks like, you know, kind of reddish, pinkish toned in person. But I think this would really pop on someone who's a little bit deeper than me. Going in with Fenty Honey Powder under the eye to set. Okay, anything left, kicking it off with this brush. And I'm about to set the rest of my face with my black Opal True Color powder. And I'm just pressing and then blending and buffing that into the skin. I'm not trying to get a whole bunch on top of that highlight, but still going a little bit over top of it. Contouring with black Radiance pressed powder in Black Coffee. Saharan Blush Volume 1 in the shade Toby. Pat that in, kick off the excess, and you can see the vast difference. And then lightly on the cheeks. Gotta take your time with these blushes because they're extremely pigmented, and I have a whole video on these Juvia's Place blush palettes. So I will link the video in in the description bar, and put one like an eye, like a link up here. And for highlight, I'm going with my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. I'm going to do a little bit of intensifying of this highlight here. And this is really intense. Y'all see that? Well, I guess I don't need to ask if y'all see it, because I know y'all see it. Look at that. Anything extra, just going a little bit on top of the cheeks to give more glow. Making sure everything's blended in, buffing on top, especially on the cheek area where I just put that other powder, or that highlight. So you can see the nice little glow there. Yay! Alright, so the face is pretty much done. Eyebrows are next, which I'm going to do off camera, and I will be back. Okay, brows have been completed. Eyes have been prepped. Now for the most fun part of the video, it is the eyes, and we're going to be using Viseart today. So I've got 3 Viseart palettes, Cool Mattes 2, the Dark Mattes of the Coy palette. That's a good look at the colors that are there. As you can see, the Coy palette is it's definitely a companion palette. So that's why we're going to be dipping into the other shades. I can't make a look with just this. Like, this is usually, I've made the Pat McGrath, the Metamorphosis palette work, but these are like purely all very metallic shades. So there's nothing that I would feel comfortable putting in my crease. The Koi palette has no deep metallics at all. Alright, so the Koi palette is like the epitome of a springtime, Easter time looking palette. So these are all pastels, but they are metallic. I'm going to pair the Koi palette with, I'm going to go on with the Dark Mattes palette first, and if I need any of the lighter shades of the Cool Matte, then I'll go in with that. So I'm going into the like olive green shade here in the Dark Mattes palette. Alright, so I'm going to fluff that into the crease area on a clean, fluffy brush. Alright, so next I'm going to go into the dark green shade in the Dark Mattes palette. And this is more like an army green type of a shade. And I'm going to deepen up that crease. These are highly pigmented, as you can see. There's no skipping, there's no patchiness. These are very good, very good. So I'm going back in with the olive tone and grazing over that edge to make sure it's blended with the darker green. A flatter brush into the olive green shade and take that under the lower lash line. Then take in the dark green and smoking that right there. That blended so nicely. Look at how nicely that blended. Oh my gosh. Blown and blended. Make sure it's blown out and blended out. I'm going to put down some glitter glue. You don't need it, I don't think, but I want to make it pop even more. Actually, I know you don't because I've used the metallics already. This is not my first time using these. So you don't need this, but I want to make it pop even more than what it would. So glitter glue down all over that area and a little bit on top of that dark green. I'm going to take this darker green, the green shade on the bottom row. I think it's like a duochrome. And I'm going to press this on the outer corner of the eye. Gosh, look at how beautiful the shade is. The pigmentation there is amazing. And then you can see, I don't know if you can see it right on the camera, but one angle it looks like a nice, like kind of like, I say limeish green, but it's not lime. I don't know how to describe it, but then in another light you can see that it's more like a yellow golden. Okay, I'm gonna do a halo. That's it. Not that's it, but I'm gonna do a halo. Pop that on the inner corner. Alright, but not too far, so we've got a space right there. Y'all see that? The other green shade, it's in the middle row. We're gonna pop that in the center. Pop it in the center. Make sure you blend it over. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. We're not finished. That's not it. Okay. I want to do the yellow. I'm going to pop the yellow on top of that. You know how I do that. Or should I use something a bit different? Because I think the yellow, it wouldn't pop on top of that one. So I don't think I'm going to do the yellow. The one that's actually the most neutral type of shade in here that you can get from this palette. The only champagne type of a shade in the palette. Alright, so on my middle finger, right at the top So that adds a little bit. You guys can see, yeah, you can see it. That dimension. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys. So pretty. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to take a brush. And y'all going to be like, what? Yeah, I'm going to use the purple shade in the middle row. The purple. Or do I want to do the lighter purple? All right, we're going to try the light one. We're going to try the light purple on the bottom row on a brush. It picks up nicely on a brush too. And then we're going to pop this right here above. Huh? Do y'all see this? It's just like so. This brush is a good brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush number 10. I have to let you guys know because it's so precise and in the application of where I put the product. It's really, really precise. So I can make my own cut crease with this. As you can see, look at how precise that is. I don't think I'm going to leave it as a cut crease though. It looks cool, but I don't think I'm going to leave it that way. I'm going to do a little bit of a blend over top of that. Blue pop. It's like a bluish purple pop. So I think I'm going to go into the champagne shade. Not I think I am going very lightly to highlight this area right there. For liner, I'm going in with my Pro Last eyeliner by L'Oreal Infallible. It's a long wear eyeliner, and I'm going to tight line with this. And then just lightly at the lash line, I'm going to dot some of that at the lash line. Okay, so that adds a little bit more depth at the lash line. Mascara is my Essence mascara. So you guys can see that. See the eyelashes. Alright, so for the bottom lash line, I'm going to take my Maybelline Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Eyeliner in the shade Glazed Coffee. But it goes on so nicely, so creamy. Okay. I'm going to do my other eye, and I will be back. Alright, so for the lips, I'm going in with NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Club Hopper. Alright, and then for lipstick, I'm going in with the Hourglass. This Hourglass lipstick, and the shade is I'm Addicted. So it's a nice rosy, like nude tone. I really like that lip color. Alright guys, here is the final look. Okay guys, so what do you guys think about this makeup Playtime? What do you guys think about this one? This one is pretty cute. I think that Koi palette really surprised me. So, one of my subscribers requested that I do a review on that palette. And I was not planning on getting that palette, but I decided to do a little bit of research and look into it because she had mentioned it twice. And the first time I was like, well, I wasn't really thinking about getting that palette because it doesn't really call out to me. Like this color scheme, pastel metallics, no, I was not into it at all. I thought it actually looked kind of whack, quite honestly. I was not going to get this at all, just because there was no deep shades in it. Like I'm used to like golds, maybe some reds, you know, y'all see the type of palettes that I usually go for. You see the metallics that I usually go for with my palettes, you know, but usually they're like real rich, okay, like similar to this. So if this was in a metallics, if this was in a metallic palette, then I'd probably be like, yeah, you know, but this, I'm not, I was not going to go for this. And I did some research and it looked kind of cute, but everybody who had done videos on this was of a lighter skin tone. I was like, okay, well, let me see. This will take me out of my comfort zone. I can provide a different perspective on it to see, you know, what it looks like on my skin. And it is pretty. These are pretty. So thank you for suggesting that I use this palette, that I do a review on it. And I know this isn't a review, this is a makeup playtime, but y'all saw how these metallics performed on the eyes. And you guys have seen this on my eyes last week. I think it was my makeup favorites I used here. I know I used this shade for sure. And then I think one of these like orangey tones, but there's some nice duochromes in this palette. Like this is a duochrome. I used that today, a nice duochrome shade. This purple shade that I use, it is nice and duochrome because as you can see, it looks a little bit lavender, but then in certain lights it looks really like blue, like a light blue. So even for me, I thought it was more purple, but it has a blue shift to it. And then like this shade here, that's a duochrome. So yeah, guys. And then even like this orange, like this lighter orange tone here, it's a duochrome. So a lot of these shades have a nice shift to them. This, I don't think this, I mean, obviously this palette is not an everyday palette. It's definitely a companion palette and I'm happy that I have it. I want to do more looks with it. This look just really inspired me to I want to do more. The mattes in these palettes are very high quality, easy to build up, and very easily blendable. So you saw how I set up my crease and my transition area very quickly with this. It didn't take a lot of blending, no patchiness. I did not set my concealer on my eyelids, so just going in on a sticky base with these is fine. This together with this provided a very nice look, and I feel like you can do something similar if you wanted to even go with the cool mattes. Okay, if you wanted to go with the cool mattes, we've got some bluer tones in here that you could pair with your blue tones in here. Some purples in here, as you can see right there, to pair with your cooler tone purples in here. So I mean, I don't want to tell you guys you need to buy 2 Viseart palettes because these palettes are not inexpensive. But if you got some nice mattes that you want, that you like, and you want to get some nice brighter toned metallics, you won't be disappointed in this formula at all. As far as the rest of the makeup, girl, this foundation is really nice. Il Makiage, it's really nice. It blended nicely into my skin and it doesn't exacerbate pores or emphasize your lines or anything like that. It just blends in very nicely with the skin. So I would give that foundation, and I have been using it for the past like week or so. I would give it 2 thumbs up with that, and the shade match is very nice for me. What do you guys think about the hair? What do you think about the hair? This is from Melanin Hair Care. If any of you guys are naturalistas and you are old school naturalistas, like you've been following Natural 85 when they were just, you know, mainly YouTube was on natural hair. There wasn't a whole, it wasn't a whole bunch of people doing makeup on YouTube at the time when I got on. It was mostly natural hair. At least that's what I was focused on. And my girl was Whitney White, Natural 85. So when she recently came out with her hair care line, I had to support. I've been watching the girl for what, 8 years? I don't know. Yeah. So this is one of the products I bought. A head wrap. A nice big head wrap. And so I, you know, folded it up and made a little headband. Now I got me some bangs and stuff. Yes. I hope you enjoyed this makeup playtime. It was really fun. Obviously not something that's super wearable, but it's cute. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, more content, definitely hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified 4 times a week, because that's what I've been doing. The 4 times a week videos, okay? Definitely hit the subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys in my next video tomorrow. And I'll be talking to you guys really, really soon. See ya.